Jason and Danny take it easy and still get this job done in a weekend.
Danny's got the idea. Gardening without digging a hole.
How will Tara's bold choice of colour turn out for this bedroom? And can Dr. Harry lick this bulldog's problem? Or will poor Drax be stuck wearing the dreaded comb?
That was the dog, not me.
Being honest with yourself, there's a very good chance there's that job that you want to do and you're going to do it one day, but life gets in the way. Whether it be down the pub with the boys for a quick one, or yum cha, or the footy's about to start. Well, before you have the cold one or before the whistle's blown and the ball's kicked, I've got a job that can be tackled and transform your yard. So, if you come with us...
Hey, mate, you want to talk about it or actually just rip in and do it?
Well, I was thinking about just talking about it,
come on, let's knock it over.
Come on, let's go. So this is the little space we're working on where these not so little murrayas have taken over. They've grown to the sky and they've made this very dark and damp. So we're going to time each job to show you how quickly you can do it. The first one, take the murrayas out. Second one, clean it up. Third one, dress it up. And the fourth step, present it to you as a finished product, making this a usable space.
And you've just wasted 3 minutes.
Nice. My plan is to waste the rest of the day and watch him do it. What are you doing on the weekend? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm going to go to the markets in the morning.
3.5 minutes.
Look at the light that's coming in there already. So the reason why I take them off about waist height is A, it gives me more working room and there's nothing in my eyes. But as you can see here what little G's doing, it gives you leverage so you can attack the roots, wiggle the plant and get it out as quick and as easy as possible. Now, I've taken a fair few murrayas out of places in my time where they've been put in the wrong spot and they are notorious for a root system that just doesn't want to give up. So you need to have a couple of decent tools on you. We've got a long handle spade so we're not breaking it back, a pair of loppers and a good push saw. The three things together, we'll get them out of here. I was deliberately wasting time then because I had to get my breath back.
2 dozen minute and a half.
Try it.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
Check the clock. 44 minutes.
44 minutes, and look at that sunshine that's hitting my face. Now you can see the space we're working with. It's still tiny, but there's more sun in here and it's more usable. We've leveled it off and now we're ready to put something on the dance floor. I'm actually going to mulch first because the plants, 99% of them, are going to go in pots. Now we're covering the floor with a river pebble. I'm doing it because it's quick, cheap and easy. Looks great. And if it's a side path or something, I don't bother about putting stepping stones in. You see lots of people doing it, and then when you drag the bin over it or a barrow, it's quite difficult. Now when you're buying them, roughly one bag, about the $10 mark, is a square metre. You can buy it in bulk, but because we've got narrow and awful access, we're doing it in bags. Ready? Time check.
Time check.
61 minutes.
61 minutes?
Oh, yeah. 19 minutes.
You read it upside down. All right, let's lose the stopwatch because this is the fun bit and this is where you want to finesse your garden, get your design elements into it. Now, I've got a range of pots here that are mainly white, touches of grey, and a couple of rusty ones. The rusty ones tie in with the screens that I'm going to put on the back of that fence there. Now, you don't have to spend tons of money on pots, but the bigger they get, the more expensive they are. But you can dumb it down a little bit because the small ones could just be plastic and they sit really well with a few of the nice ones. There's no reason you couldn't go and buy a cheap range of terracotta and paint them the colours you want to get exactly the same look. And if you keep it simple, most of these are sort of bowed out or bowed out and keep that colour palette, then you can go the plants and have a little dry run. Put everything out and see what sits really well next to each other. I love the ferns next to the contrast of the mother-in-law's tongue. That's the first one that pops out to me. And the bigger ones, plant them in position so you don't break your back. Danny's got the idea. Gardening without digging a hole. Come on, mate. Good girl. A sausage sandwich, ×2. And then back here, more like an hour.
Hour and 5 minutes then.
my biggest pots, I'm putting my biggest, tallest plants. These are magnolia teddy bear. You've probably heard of Little Gem. Well, these ones are believed to be a little bit denser. The stems are shorter with more foliage on them, so you can get a thicker screen out of them. Now, it's still going to grow to the light here, so maybe after one season of flowering, you'd cut these taller stems in half, take out the single leader that's going to send it to the sky, and hopefully that'll thicken up all these bottom branches. Don't bury the root ball, and the soil that you've got around the sides that's light and fluffy, just firm it up with the back of your hand. If you don't, when you water it, all the oxygen comes out and the soil sinks down, and then the root ball's left high and dry. So it's important that you get it just right. Now, this garden's smart for everyone because you can move things around and change it up. If a plant doesn't work and it goes to heaven, well, you can easily replace it in the same size pot. There you go, G-Man.
Thank you, mate.
You've earned that. I'm not sure what it is, but you've earned that. How long did we take?
Oh, this doesn't have any batteries.
I reckon it took about a couple of hours, plus a couple of hours to plant out and place. So 4 hours, Saturday, Sunday morning, knock it over, feel good, your bride will be as happy as Larry, and you can put your feet up and watch footy all afternoon. How's your herbal tea, darling?
It's awful. Yeah.
Well, it
thank
must be
you.
good for you then.
Yeah, thank you. Got any almond milk?
How do they milk almonds?
I reckon one of the big challenges to any home reno is to stick to a cohesive style and plan that's not just going to modernise but will maximise your layout and space. And that's exactly what we've been doing here at our makeover house.
Wow, how grand is that, Taz?
It's nice. By reconfiguring and cozying up this lounge room, well, it's just so much more inviting now. And as for the bathroom, we busted out a wall and added new fixtures, and boy, what a difference.
That's what we like to do.
Okay, so down the hallway, I think it's high time we tackle a bedroom. And yes, you're right, it is not very big. In fact, this room is only 3 metres squared, in fact, a little bit less. So space-saving, clever storage ideas in here are going to be vitally important. This is a teenage girl's bedroom, so I really want to give it some character and put her own personal stamp on it. The look I'm going for, well, it's modern boho chic. It's what every teenage girl these days seems to love. Now, because we can't move too much around in here, this is a double bed, it has to stay where it is. So what I want to do is incorporate some storage under the bed. That way we can utilise this real estate. And give her a bed head just to give this wall a little bit more presence with storage by the side. And all teenagers, well, they love a space to study. So over here under the window, I think we'll build a really clever desk, one that's not permanent, but she can actually fold it down when she needs a little bit more space. So first things first, you know the drill, I'm going to have to clean out the room and start with the painting. Another box, please, Scott.
Coming through, coming through.
Want to see the colour I've chosen for the walls? It's probably not what you're expecting. Ta-da! It's dark, right? What is she thinking, you're saying? Well, you know, for me, when you're choosing a colour, it's not just about how it looks on the walls, it's actually how it makes you feel when you're in the room. This is a bedroom. It can afford to be dark, it can be moody, it can be relaxing, even cosy and retreat-like. Remember, we're going to punctuate it with sheets and other accessories in the room, so it just won't seem as scary as it probably does right now. For the built-in furniture and shelving in the bedroom, I'm going to make it myself. And trust me, I will keep this simple. I've chosen to use a beautiful hardwood. This stuff is so good. You can buy it in panels in all different types of timber. This is an ash, has a lovely soft, almost pinky kind of grain to it. Perfect for the boho look. So first up, I'm going to start with the desk. Now, the great thing about this desk, it's going to be versatile. It's going to be foldable, so it can be actually put away when needed. This is hardwood, so what I've done here is created clearance holes. Now, I've countersunk it, as you can see here, is you push the screw through and it easily clears that hole. So with the other piece of timber, I need to do a pilot hole, and that means that it will actually neatly go into the other half quite easily. So pilot holes first, then glue and screw them together. And the thing to remember when you're working with glue is to always have a damp cloth at hand. That way you can wipe away any excess before it dries. With my base cabinets made, I can now get onto the desktop itself. Now I've had it cut, so to allow it to sit neatly within that window reveal, what I need to do is just mark it up and check it out. And for that, I'm just using my jigsaw, easiest saw to use for the job. A little bit of chiseling. On with the hinges. And now we can install the whole unit. Some beautiful timber in our sea of blue walls. This desktop is actually going to have a fair bit of weight to it. So what Scotty's done here is attached this pivoting bracket or shelf support. So shall we see if this goes on nicely?
Yep.
See how good my cutting is? Snug, didn't doubt it for a minute. Okay, on with the other half. Fabulous. This is such a clever little desk idea. By utilising this full windowsill, we've got this 100mm here plus the 200. When the desk flap is up, we have a full 600mm desk. I reckon that is such a great way to max out unused space, don't you? To protect the timber, what I'm using here is just a clear water-based varnish. I've gone for matte. I just wanted very minimal change with the timber. You can see it's gone slightly darker, but it really enhances the grain. Okay, on to another clever space-saving storage idea. A little while ago, you might remember I did a really fun story called The Book Nook. What it was a window seat in a family room, and it had heaps of hidden storage underneath by way of drawers. Flat pack drawers, the ones you use in kitchens. So for the bedroom, I want to use the same concept, only this time I'll have the drawers underneath the mattress. If you're wondering about the drawer fronts, you can of course buy them off the shelf. But for me, I'm just using the same hardwood timber as I use for the desk. That way, I'll get a really streamlined, uniform look. Assembly is very easy. If you've just got a drill or a screwdriver, that's all you need. You don't even need to glue these. Everything's pre-drilled. So just set them up in any combination you like. By swapping out the ensemble bed base for these drawer units, it's such a good idea because we'll actually be able to reclaim the wasted space under the bed. It's an idea anyone can do. So we've got this great combination here of 3 drawers across the front, 1 at the foot of the bed, and for this wasted space here, well, I've got an idea for that too. This timber batten and the one across the top will act as a support for a large sheet of MDF that goes on top of this whole base area. But instead of wasting this space, what we're going to do is build a trapdoor as a little space to house blankets and pillows and those things that just don't get used often. Oh God. With the headboard, it's really going to start to take shape in here now. You can see what we've done is we've actually used a full sheet of the timber. Now for down the end, we're just fixing in a little bedside table, a perfect spot for a book and a glass of water. Hasn't this given us a really beautiful timber, really natural finish. Now with these timber panels on the front, what we've done is we've screwed them from behind, so again, it keeps the profile, no screw heads in sight. And if you're wondering about handles, we don't need them here because that's just somewhere to catch your legs. What we've done is made the drawer fronts just a little deeper so you can get your hand underneath. That's how you access the drawer. Very neat solution. This is a really handy drawer down the end of the bed, and if you're wondering about this, it's just simply an end panel to complete the line. Thinking back to how this room was furnished before, that big, bulky tall boy, well, it took up so much real estate. So by being able to get rid of it, look at all of the floor space we've actually gained back. Now we're utilising this wall, we still want to use it for storage. So what we've done here is just built a series of these cube shelves. They're just made out of MDF. And I've chosen to paint them in the same colour as the wall because I don't want them to appear too bulky. I just want them to kind of disappear. Now they are weighty, so what Scotty's done is he's marked up where the studs are, and we're screwing now directly into those studs so they'll be nice and strong. These little cubby holes make incredible storage, but with the addition of mirrors, they double as, I guess, a giant dressing table. Now what we've done is we've actually made these to suit the size of the mirrors. These are off-the-shelf standard mirrors, about $20 a piece, so very affordable. Now in this section here, we've also added a power point, perfect for a hairdryer and straightening irons. That's looking good. Oh, I love this. Isn't it great? Modern boho, well, it's all about the textures and layering. So here what we've done is we've chosen the blush pink as the accent colour. We've really drawn that out of the timber here. Now we've drawn the blue from the wall down to another layer on the bed. Just a simple throw will do the trick. And to sharpen everything up and keep it nice and crisp, that's where the white comes in. But again, it's not just plain white. These have gorgeous texture just in the weave. And look at these tassels, really fun. Thinking back, you have to admit, this bedroom was fairly plain, dull and uninspiring, but take a look at it now. It's warm, it's sophisticated, and it really does have that modern boho edge. We ticked that box, certainly. But the other box we definitely ticked was clever space-saving solutions. We've got so many of them in here. Everything from the bed head to the bedside table that just floats in the air. It's so beautiful. We've got storage under the bed. Also, we've got this desk that folds away. There's plenty of study space there. And we've got a whole wall full of clever storage here. Now the colour, how do you feel about it? Personally, I love it. I think this is a really great backdrop. So if you're scared about embracing deep colours, don't be, because look how fabulous they can be when punctuated with everything else. All in all, I think this is a beautiful space and will make one teenage girl very happy.
What do you get your old man for Father's Day this year when he's got no peer but has enough gear? Doesn't drink beer and needs not another souvenir? Well, lend me your ear and come near, because never fear, Ads is here, and this gift will not be a bum steer. No, it's not a phone, it's a phone holder, and somewhere your dad can put his personal belongings. And it's so easy to make, even the kids can do it. It all starts with some offcuts of timber that I had laying around, and I'll only be using hand tools to put it all together. The first thing I need to do is measure everything and cut it to size. Now everything's cut. I just want to get rid of these sharp edges, so I'm going to use a block plane to chamfer them off. That's all the cutting done, and don't worry, this 45-degree cut will make sense soon, but first I need to drill out a couple of 35mm holes. the quicksand, and now we're ready to put it together. I'm going to glue and screw it, but I'll pre-drill some holes and then hide my fixings. So I'll come in with the screws from the back. That way, at the front, everything looks nice and neat. And so our screws don't protrude on our base, I'm just countersinking some holes. That way, this will sit nice and flat. And to finish it off, I'm just using a wax, but I'm putting it on with some steel wool, which helps cut the wax into the timber and gets rid of any raised grains. That way, when we buff it up at the end, we end up with a beautiful smooth finish. I'm very happy with the way this has turned out. So how does it work? That is the question. Basically, it goes on your bedside table. So your dad can set his phone up as a clock. He can put his wedding ring in there, and then his watch slips over the dowel. The best part about it is Dad will always know where his personal belongings are. In fact, it's so good, I'll take it for myself. Or maybe I should give it to my dad.
I'm halfway between Sydney and the historic town of Windsor. And 30 years ago, I used to live around here, but I've come to see a young lady by the name of Chloe. And she's got a delightful little Frenchie, and he's got a problem. Well, guess what? Excuse the pun. Let's see if I can pick the problem. Ha! Somebody is home.
Yes.
Chloe, how are you? Can I
Good.
come
How are
in?
you? Come through.
Goodness gracious me.
Hi, babe.
Look at you. Just look at you. Aren't you cute? Eh? Aren't you cute? The name of the dog is?
Drax.
Okay, Drax. The number one question is, what's the problem?
He won't stop licking his front paws.
He's got a cone on.
Not with his cone, but he can't wear the cone forever.
I agree. It's a bit restrictive, isn't it? I need to just do a couple of little tests, have a look at these feet, and maybe take a little swab from these feet to see if there's any infective material there.
Come on.
I'm going to put my specs on so I can have a better look at this. OK. So everywhere that there's no pigmentation, in other words, it's white, is inflamed.
Yeah.
Hair loss, swelling. You're a very good boy. Yes, you are. You're a great little dog. You get a lot of personality and a lot of patience as well. Putting up with me. Yeah, the webbing is inflamed there too. I'm a little suspicious that what we've got here is a fungal infection.
Okay.
A thing called malaria.
Yeah.
It's a nasty little thing.
But to know for sure, I need to take a swab and send it off to my lab for testing.
Okay, what I need to do is try and get the swab around that dew claw. One more and I'm done, my friend. One more and I'm done. It will take probably at least 7 to 10 days to get a result. So that's what I'm looking for. And goodness gracious me. The problem with these dogs is my father used to say, they are short in the bowel. They can't store much of this noxious sort of odour. That was the dog, not me. This dog is sort of dying internally. No, you're not. I'm poking fun at you. You can buy charcoal in the way of powder or capsules or tablets. Adding a little bit of that to the dog's meal every night really does help.
Wow.
Really
Wish I
does
knew
help.
that
Charcoal.
10 months ago.
Next step for us,
good.
I think, is to actually see what he does.
Okay.
So to take the cone off. There you go.
Yep.
Look at that.
Straight away.
He's desperately trying to get in between his toes.
Yeah.
It's also biting. He just can't stop, can he?
No.
No.
To eliminate the possibility that Drax has an allergy, I'm conducting a patch test for things he comes in contact with that might irritate his skin. Grass, his blanket, and the carpet.
I'm going to rub in fairly briskly so you get a reaction. Making you cough, is it? Oh, sorry, pal. Sorry, you're being good, though. Can you remember the order?
Grass, blanket, carpet.
Good. If both of us remember that,
Yes.
that'll be great. OK.
1 hour later, Drax's tummy is clear of any reaction.
Nothing.
No.
Not as far as I'm concerned. This is an infection with a little yeast called Malasia. If you wanted to pickle something, what would you put it in?
Vinegar.
Exactly. The yeasts can't grow in vinegar. It kills them off. Okay. Now that's jug, vinegar. It's diluted. About 50-50. His feet go in that 4 times a day.
Okay.
And we don't dry them off, we just shake it off. Yeah, in you go.
Go on.
Oh, oh, you're afraid of the water. That's better. Good. You want to drink that? Vinegar. You crazy fella. No, get your nose out.
Gross.
Get that out of the way. So as the levels fall, you simply top it up.
Okay.
You've got to do that 4 times a day.
Yeah.
All right? All right, young man. I've said that you can't have an oatmeal shampoo, OK? But you can have these two. That's a benzoyl peroxide derivative. And that is the good old-fashioned tea tree oil.
Okay.
And both of those are safe to use. 10 minutes on,
Yep.
rinse off thoroughly, once a week. You happy?
Very happy.
I'll get back to you in 10 days and tell you what the lab says. Pay attention to me, I'm talking about you, OK? Excuse me. Yes, and even on the nose too. What about that? I'm going now. I'll see you later. Be in touch.
Thank you, Dr.
Ta-ra.
Harry.
See you, mate.